personally don't like this map as Terran versus Protoss, but let's see how the players feel in this second game. Currently down 0-1 in this best of 3 series for the round of 64 in this qualifier. From SK Gaming, it is MC. Our red Protoss. And spawning in the bottom left position as the blue Terran player from Quantic Gaming. Just played a really solid game. I don't have anything, there wasn't anything different or weird or fantastic. It was just really solid macro and really great multitasking. It is Center. Not surprised, honestly, to see Center doing well in Terran versus Protoss, even in Heart of the Swarm. This guy was formerly on Team SCV Life with Pult. And, he was just another one of those Terrans that was just really good at the multitasking, really good at the aggressive macro. Not really the cheesy play. Not really anything like fast mine drops. We're very much likely to see him continue to play this aggressive style. Although, like any other Korean Terran player, he could, throw out a 2 racks or go for some kind of fast gas play. Quite easily. Here we see him canceling that SCV. He wants to go for the Reaper opening again, a very safe choice. This map is probably one of the most popular ones for really early Protoss aggression. The rush distance is very small, which means if you go for the fast Mothership Core, the fast Stalker, and you go for that pressure, it's very easy to actually throw in and get to your opponent's base in time to do the damage necessary. Now the gas is done. We do have double gas for MC. This is pretty standard though, nothing unusual here. And I guess I'd like to just take a second, guys. If you are wondering, hey Nathan, who else is playing in this qualifier? What else is going on? Why should I stay after this match? Well, I'm just going to read through some of the players in this qualifier bracket as this game gets started up here. We have Hyun, I see. Yoda, who recently all-killed. I believe he all-killed Azubu in the GSTL just not more than a day or so ago. Supernova, MMA. We have Daisy, Lucky, Squirtle, Crank. So many good players. Inca, Sting, Shine, Startail, Curious, Dream, Yonghua, Ragnarok, Heart, Buell, Jachi. So many. This qualifier is stacked beyond belief. We even have a couple of other awesome players coming in here like Violet. It's funny he's actually listed as American on here. Love to see that. We have Startail Life playing. DRG trying to make a little bit of a comeback here. Tassadar, Keen, of course MC, Center, MVP's Bang. We have Seed also playing. Sase, STC. Just so many good players in here. And I guess looking a little bit more back to this game, things are starting to move a little bit. The Reaper for Center, the first thing he wanted to do with it was check around for the proxy locations, basically just making sure there wasn't a hidden Stargate. MC is one of the first players in Heart of the Swarm that really pushed that crazy aggression in the early game using the Stargate versus Terran. Now, as far as what we're seeing out of Center, same exact thing as the last game. And, like I said, him playing a standard straight-up macro game is as much as we can expect. We do see that engineering bay again. And this is, it just keeps him safe. If there's fast Stargate, then boom, he's got the turrets, he's safe. He scouts the expansion, he knows there's no kind of crazy one-base all-in coming from MC. Very, very similar to the opening that we had last game, sans the aggression from MC, and I think him playing more of a macro game will give him a better chance versus someone as solid as Center. And the Mothership Core is here, these Marines trying to do a bit of poking. Of course, you need 3 Marines to win a head-to-head fight, but with some cute micro, 2 Marines can sometimes do the trick. And we do have a Sentry coming out now for MC. So he's playing very standard defensively. He's not doing anything weird. He wants to scout out with the Mothership Core what's happening, and he sees, okay, reactor on the barracks. The rest of this is an interesting position to put this barracks. So, reasons why we might see this barracks in this awkward spot. Oh, this Reaper will get in and get a full scout. Unfortunately, there's nothing weird to scout, so he's just going to try to kill a probe since he knows he's dead. It's kind of like, you will die. Try to grab something before you fall off the cliff. And unfortunately, not able to do that. But these barracks are being placed here, and sometimes I actually watched, there was a cast of something, and someone was like, why does the Terran player put his barracks in this weird crotch spot? And the reason is, Center wants to be safe in case of any kind of blink play, if there's any kind of really fast Stargate play, any 2-base Stargate play, that he wants to have his tech labs very, very tucked away. He doesn't want them to be able to get sniped by anything. If he was playing versus Puck, he wouldn't want to get sniped by an immortal drop or something weird on his stim. So he's just playing this safe. He's just you know, it doesn't really matter where you put your barracks anyway, as long as nothing gets caught in that little spot. But a lot of gateways being added on by MC. He's moving up to 5 once again. But this time around, unlike the last game, this 5 gateway 2-base setup will be used for aggression. And this is where things get very, very tough, of course. As the sentries do move across the field. Proxy pylon going up for MC. Center's going to move these Marines up, but if these Marines go up the ramp and get time warped, then the sentries can force field them out of the natural. This is such a smart play by MC. Center needs to get his units down onto the low ground as fast as possible. The SCVs are already pulled. Second bunker on the way. I think he realizes, Center knows, okay, there's something really fishy going on here. The SCVs are already stuck on repair. He has them set to auto repair mode, and he is just waiting to defend against this attack. This is going to be so difficult. What MC really wants to do is pull Center off. He's saying, yes, come defend your reactor. Come, yes. And now this is where he can use the time warp. But Center not faltering under this pressure just yet. This is a big push coming in, and here we go. Guardian Shield pop. The force field's only going to pinch off a couple of SCVs, but this bunker falling lower and lower on health. It's not dead just yet, though. The force fields, if they go away, the SCVs will be able to get this round. No, that bunker will fall. There is still one more bunker. MC, though, losing a lot of the health on his units. If he cannot break him right now, he is running out of force field. He's not going to be able to kill Center here. Center, he's held pretty damn well. Only 6 SCVs killed, and when you consider that he does have mules, that doesn't really mean anything, considering how big of an investment this was for MC. Now, he still has all the energy on his mothership core. He can recall if necessary, and Stim Pack is still about a minute away for the Terran player. But the starport's done. We are going to see Medivacs onto the field. Bio with Stim and Medivacs. You're not going to break this with just gateway pressure, and especially considering that fast engineering bay gave him a quick +1 attack. That seems okay. It's like, okay, well, he got a very quick... He got a very quick eBay in case of oracles or anything like that, but it also really helps in terms of dealing with this kind of pressure. His Marines are just so much more cost effective. Behind this, MC, Twilight Council went behind, you know, Derp Shrine, so we could see something like that. We could see him go for something else weird. He does have a lot of Stalkers, perhaps Blink. I don't think that'll be quite the option. And with this robotics facility starting, I think we're going to see perhaps... No, it is just going to be Blink. Okay, so that's somewhat interesting. MC wants to commit to a build that will rely on his micro to be able to win in the engagement. But now that the Medivacs are out, now that Stim is here, he can push out. And he's going to try to do that, but MC's like, I'm pretty much waiting for you to do that. I'm going to force field you off, kill as many of your units as I can. And if you actually do start to win the fight, I can always recall. He does still have 200 energy on the mothership core. He can recall whenever he wants to. He can use double time warp. He can use, one time warp and then a recall. He has options, I guess. This is the most important part of this. But now MC's adding on even more gateways. And we... on this setup, moving up to 8 gates off of 2 base with this robotics facility building leads me to believe that he might be looking to add on a, he may add on something like a very quick robotics bay. There we are. And he could just try to turn this into a 2-base Colossus push. Or at the very least, he wants Colossus to be able to hold off the aggression that is now coming from the Terran player center. He's moving out. He is kind of just getting a feel for the map. He's not really ahead on supply. So, I mean, like I said, the attack didn't really do a lot for MC. He only killed 6 SCVs. The worker count is 47 to 47, which actually favors the Terran player. Since the mules allow you to get oversaturation, this is like having 8 extra SCVs mined for free. Well, I guess not for free. He'll run out of minerals there eventually. But we have 1 middle mine drop loaded up, going to put on a little bit of pressure. This 3rd base is now on the way for the Terran, and this probe will be looking to throw up a proxy pylon. If this Marine runs into that, ooh, the medevac for center, he might have spotted that. Yes, the Marine will stim. He knows there's a probe there, and that probe will die a horrible, painful robotic death. But the first Colossus being chrono boosted out, we do have extended thermal lance being researched, and MC is just waiting for a doom drop from the Terran player. He is just sitting there like, yes, please load your medevacs up, please do it. I've got so many stalkers ready here to accept you into my warm, loving arms. The Widow Mine drop not going to do a crazy amount. I don't think he really got anything with that. Nope. It just about 1 or 2 kills, nothing serious, and that will be eliminated. Now here comes a big drop, all on top of the Stalkers. MC was ready and waiting, but Center had other plans. He's like, no man, I'm ready. You can catch me as much as you want, sweetheart. And now the rest of these units are going to run at the same time. These units trying to press into the natural, going to get caught a little bit of a derp mode here as they get force fielded to death. But Center, he killed off a good amount of Stalkers. I have to give him credit for that, but he threw away a lot of resources there with those medevacs. He's down about 500. Still not the worst position ever, but losing medevacs does mean that if he wants to replace them, he's going to be in a big heap of trouble in terms of dealing with the Colossus, and that's exactly what MC is banking on. We have the Colossus push coming. The second one is on the way, but he's ready to push with just one. He will have the extended thermal lance soon enough. At the same time, double drop being loaded up to send to the main base. There's nothing here to defend. However, there is enough energy for another photon overcharge. 3 bunkers on the way. Is Center going to be able to hold this? I'm not so sure. The third base is the first thing he will check. These Stalkers, I should actually be able to get this this command center. If he blinks up, he has the sentries here to help fight that off as well. Command center's gonna get pretty low. It might be able to get away with the double drop in the main. Is doing as much as it can. If he can pick off these pylons, powering the gateways, that would be huge. No, he's gonna attack the Nexus, and I don't think that's gonna be able to do a terrible amount for him. Now he's going to try to run away, but the Colossus are pushing in with the Zealots. 1 bunker dead. The second bunker immediately force fielded off, and I think MC is going to be able to tie this series up to a 1-1 score with this push. He is pressing in, everything falling apart. All of the bunkers are down for the Quantic.Center player. The Marines and Marauders trying to do their best, but with 2 Colossi and no Vikings, now just 2 of them, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to stop this. He needs to pull the SCVs. There they go, immediately trying to get a little bit of extra damage in, but now the rest of the sentries are arriving. There's force fields preventing the reinforcements from getting into a great position, and MC is just doing catastrophic amounts of damage. The main Nexus gets targeted down by Center, but is it enough at this point? His natural expansion will die. He does still have the third base CC. He's going to try to land that, and right now Center wants to just turtle inside of his main base and hang in there. We did see him move up to once again a very large barracks count, but that's just not going to be enough. There is too much here for Center to be able to repel from his base. He's bringing these Marines, these Marauders forward. Once again, he's trying to hold this back, but there's enough energy for a time warp. He can slow down this force. Once again, these double medevacs. Ooh, if these get caught, he needs to be so careful. Those Stalkers could blink and try to catch these reinforcements. One of the medevacs immediately picked off. The second one not able to join up with the rest of the army just yet, and this Observer sees everything. Center, he really doesn't want to give up at this point, but I just don't see a way for him to win this now. Here comes the push from MC. MC doesn't have any upgrades, which is really the only thing that's favored Center this entire game, but there's just too many units for the SK Protoss. These Marauders trying to be heroes and pick off that Colossus, but nothing doing as the rest of the units for the Terran player get boxed in. 109 supply to 50. GG. Center taps out.